Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Sorry for this one being a tad bit late. Not gonna lie, the other day I didn't really feel all too up to trying to bust out a couple of reviews after work. But, of course, now today we have the top picks, the must-have superstars apparently. We've got the top picks Rey Mysterio. I don't know what wave of top picks this is, so do not quote me here. Got the Seth Rollins and the Roman Reigns up in here. Got all the bullshit on the back of the box, all the standard stuff when it comes to the Elite Collection. Now, of course, this is more of the retro packaging style as well. Just as a small example, we've got the Elite 109 Dominic Mysterio. You can see how this is more of a different style of packaging, I'm sure. And if you can't, well, open your eyes, I guess, unless you're blind. Anywho, why don't I shut up and we can get into the Rey Mysterio figure review. Just gotta get him out of his plastic prison. Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got the Rey Mysterio up out of his plastic prison, and I've gotten the little small miscellaneous shit that I had to do real quick because I forgot I had to run to the store before I went to work, so hopefully I'll be able to finish this up and I'll be able to finish up the other review before I go to work. But with that being said, let's get into some of these accessories. Now, I was looking at this before I left. I still have absolutely no fucking clue as to what this says at all. Still a little nice design, I guess. And then you've got the Mysterios on this side, of course, representing his time when he teamed up with his son. You've got a set of pink glove fisted hands and grabby hands there, or in the words of a great WWE superstar named Dean Ambrose, with these kind of hands, you would be the titty master. Anywho, besides that point, and that idealistic, I guess you could say, these glove hands, they do look fairly cool. Of course, you've got the nice little sculpts and stuff in there. Don't mind my AC kind of taking out some of the light energy there. Looking at the grabby hands, we've got some nice little sculpture up in there and shit like that. Of course, Rey Mysterio on the double jointed arms formula. This is my first Rey with the double jointed arms, so it's actually really nice to have this in hand. Of course, I'll do a little comparison with the other Rey Mysterio I do own. Sadly, would own more, but some of them broke in my collection, and realistically, I only have like a fix-up and the other one I own. The fix-up actually sits back here in the crowd. As you can tell, it's definitely not the attire he's supposed to be wearing with that mask, but sadly, I also could not find the original head scan, so yeah, that's that. And then we also own this Rey Mysterio, which still a really nice solid figure on this Rey. Just would love to find maybe like a set of arms that are double jointed to make this even like better, but that's why I got this. We've got the Macho Man inspired Rey Mysterio gear. Of course, looking at the head scan now that we can get into the figure itself, the yellow, pink, and white mask, it definitely pops. You got some soft feeling textures on here with the little bird thing. Just all around a pretty solid head scan. I can't complain too much though. Would have been cool to see like a bit more of an expression like with this head scan, but whatever, not complaining too much here. Of course, you've got his Rey Mysterio upper bicep band, which is removable for those of you that did not realize that those can come off. So if you don't want them, you can take them and just toss them to the side. Of course, his gauntlets down here are removable, just not the whole thing underneath it, just the little wrist piece here. You've got the yellow singlet that goes all the way around. Got a little paint splotch there, but not the biggest ordeal. You've got a bunch of stars around the crotch piece. You got a couple of stars and I Am Lucha on his ass cheeks. You got the 3 birds on each side of the leg with the pink tights. And then you've got the 2 stars on the nice bright yellow boots with whatever that logo is right there that says AT. probably for AT&T, his cellular mobile device service, but who knows? I don't know if he's really just that big of a fan of TNT or not. And also, you've got 619 on the back of the boot there, just to try to show it off a bit better if my camera would focus. There you go. You got the 619 on the back of the boots. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know exactly how most of you guys feel about this. Of course, this attire is a Macho Man Randy Savage inspired gear. Kind of one of the reasons why I picked it up, especially with Legends Night being in the fray. If you guys have been keeping up with the pick fed, you would know Rey Mysterio makes his debut at Legends Night facing the new up-and-coming star Carmelo Hayes in a Case of Defiance qualifier match. And honestly, I am pretty excited to film that. I'm really excited to maybe potentially use Rey Mysterio in the pick fed. Sorry for having to fix some crowd members back there. It bugs the shit out of me when I see some of the crowd members move even just a couple inches. Don't know why. Probably a little bit of OCD. But since we took a nice gander at the figure, of course I could break down articulation, but realistically the only thing different between this Mysterio and most others is he's got the double jointed arms. Maybe the attire's a bit different, you know. Nothing too special to gander about here. But let's get them all posed up and we can see what my final thoughts are on this Rey Mysterio. Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got him all posed up here, he's in the middle of hitting the Hurricane Rana onto Austin Theory, getting him set up for the 619. Of course, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, we're ranking this figure on a scale of 1 to 10 with the final thoughts. I love this figure all around. Definitely worth the 15 to 20 bucks I spent on it. I want to say it was like 20 bucks in total after shipping and all that. Did get it from Amazon, so keep that in mind. It could have technically been free shipping, and I'm thinking of the taxes and stuff, but with all that being in mind, with how well it poses, I'm gonna give this Rey Mysterio a good, solid 8.5 out of 10. He poses up really nice. His accessories are pretty alright. Not too much to complain about. Maybe an alternative head scan would have been cool. Maybe a set of, open hands like this would have been cool. Because now I'm just gonna end up using black gloves on this to kind of just fit into the aesthetic there that I want, because if I ever need Rey Mysterio to hold a weapon, he can't. That's really my only complaint when it comes to Rey Mysterio figures as of late, and a lot of people who do tend to use like glove molds. For instance, MVP's most recently, he sadly did not come with anything but the Rey Mysterio glove hands. So we didn't get any weapon holding, no mic holding, or anything of that nature. And mind you, the thing that also makes me sad when it comes to that is if I needed these guys to cut a promo, unless I have a gloved open hand that's pink with this attire in particular, I cannot do it as easy as any other figure I could do it with. So always keep that in mind, I guess. And the last and final thing when it comes down to the rankings is, of course, we do gotta scale it on a 1 to 5 star match with the Dave Meltzer rating. If we were to scale it on a scale of 1 to Young Buck match, what would I say? Well, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, we gave him an 8.5 out of 10. So I feel like maybe a 3.5 out of 5 stars would truly suffice this figure. And if you don't agree, well, womp womp, I guess. And honestly, with that being said, we're already 8 minutes deep on this, so if you guys liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you did not like the video, well, womp womp, I guess. But if you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure content, such as reviews, unboxings, and action figure pick fedding, because I do a pick fed show. So if you guys would like to, feel free to check that out. Episode 11 is currently in the makings. Just got 2 more matches. Just been kind of lazy the past few days, so I haven't started filming that. I also, with all these packages and shit, want to make sure that I get all these reviews and stuff done before I start fetting, so then that way I don't have to take figures out of the ring, start up the review, finish the review, set them all back up in place, whatever the case may be. You know, if you pick fed, you understand the struggles. Now, when it comes down to some of the other action figure content that is going to be coming out their way, I do want to say this when it comes down to the one figure I showed off earlier, the Dominic Mysterio Elite. Of course, if you guys didn't know, this is the alternative packaging that is floating around out there that you can find on store shelves, and or you will have it shipped from ringside or whatever. So I don't know exactly if this packaging in particular is going for anything like compared to the original package variant. I don't know, but with it actually being the package variant, I almost kind of want to keep this in the package and order another one. Maybe you guys would agree, maybe some of you wouldn't. Now, with that being said though, will that be the next thing I review? I don't know, but if anything, you guys will indefinitely see this bad boy get reviewed next. And then maybe the Dominic Mysterio will come after I order another one, just because I kind of want to keep the Chase variant packaging in a sense. It's not necessarily that it's a Chase variant, but it's variant style packaging, so nonetheless I do kind of want to keep it. And with that being said, honestly, let me know in the comment section below. Do you want me to open it? Do you want to just wait and see if I can get another Dominic Mysterio this week? What's your thoughts? But other than that, just got two more small little things real quick, so sorry not sorry. But if you guys would like to, feel free to go follow me on Instagram. And if you guys could, it'd be a big help here to the channel. Feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. I'm not forcing you guys to. I'm not begging you to stay either. But if you guys would like to, it'd be a nice big help. As of recording this, we did get a new sub. So we do have 229 subscribers, almost 20 subs away from hitting the next goal, which is 250 subs. I believe in the community. I believe we can get there before next month on the 18th. And even if we don't, it's okay. Not the end of the world. No tsunamis start tomorrow. There's no hurricanes. There's no worldwide ending events because you didn't subscribe. Though, in my mind there is. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. I'm just busting chops here because I'm a goofy dumb fuck. Or in the words of a CM Punk, an empty-headed dumb fuck. And with that being said, we are going to be signing off, so have a good rest of your night, day, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I don't live in your time zone, and if I did, would it be better than where I live? That is always a good question to ask, and I will determine that for you. And now, with that being said, deuces, ooses, yeet.